A crisis in the administration of justice. This as compensation for stenographers or court reporters have now taken center stage, forcing the government to be quick on its feet to prevent catastrophe in the society. And yet, there's still the proverbial pointing of fingers as to which ministry is responsible. Ramada Lyons has the details.
In recent times, prosecutors have raised concern over what has been described as an acute shortage of court reporters or stenographers to take verbatim notes and to prepare transcripts of proceedings in the circuit courts. They've expressed fear that this is going to cause a negative effect on the administration of justice. President of the Advocates Association, Leonard Green, says it's not clear as to why these individuals are not being compensated fairly. Currently, they are being paid as secretaries. And when asked about the issue, Justice Minister Delroy Chuck said his ministry is not responsible for the compensation of the court reporters. He says it falls under the Ministry of Finance. But Mr. Green is adamant that it does not matter. He says what's happening in the country's judicial system is nothing short of a crisis.
I don't know how helpful it is for persons to be pointing fingers at this time. What we do know is that it has to be addressed at the very highest level. It simply cannot continue.
Mr. Green also says some court cases have already been affected, not only due to the compensation issues, but also a shortage in human resources.
A number of people have not had their appeals heard for years, and they have spent their time in custody without their appeal being heard, simply because the transcripts are not ready, and it has in many cases denied or deprived them of the justice that they are entitled to under the Constitution.
The Justice Minister, in the meantime, says the Finance Ministry is working on an urgent fix.
And I hope that in due course, the Ministry of Finance will consider recategorizing them in a separate category outside and certainly above the pay scale of secretaries.
But in the case that does not come anytime soon, Mr. Green says the suggestion put forward by the Director of Public Prosecutions, Paula Llewellyn, regarding the nuclear quashing of convictions may have to take place.
It is something that we should be aware of. It's something we should be concerned about. But more importantly, what we need to do is ensure that we fix the mechanisms that will ensure that the public has available to it an efficient system of justice. So bear in mind, transcript may be one of the issues that affect us greatly, but there's also the issue of the backlog of cases that are not being disposed of in a timely way. It's a matter of grave concern, not only for the Chief Justice of Jamaica, but for all of us who are citizens living in this country at this time.
Mr. Green was speaking on the morning agenda on Power 106.